At Hopetown in Darlington, the North Road station was an original station on George Stephenson's Stockton and Darlington Railway. I believe that trains still run through here. They just don't stop here. George Stephenson created the original railway lines in 1825, depicted by this rusty designed thing. So this museum used to be called the Darlington Railway Museum. I think it then became the Head of Steam, and then they've rebranded it again to Hopetown Darlington. It's the original station building. Welcome to the stream, people joining us. We're at Hopetown in Darlington, which is North Road Station, which is one of the original George Stephenson stations from 1825. It's been converted into a museum. It used to be called the Darlington Railway Museum, and then it was the Head of Steam, and now it's called Hopetown. So I'm not sure why they keep changing its name. This would have been the old ticket booths back in the day.
And welcome to North Road Station. I'm George Stephenson. No, not that George Stephenson. I'm the station master here at Darlington. Now here's an interesting fact to get your business off to a good start. Did you know that the Stockton and Darlington Railway was one of the world's very first railway stations? It certainly is. It was built near this site of North Road, and it first opened as a merchandise station. And then, as passenger numbers started to grow, it was adopted into a working station in 1833. There was even an open fire to keep them warm while they waited for their train. But did you know there was one thing you could not buy at the railway station in the early days? Can you guess it? Yes, tickets. You could not buy tickets. In those days, passengers actually bought their tickets from an inn along the line, or paid the driver on the car if they wanted to travel. In fact, tickets were not sold in railway stations until a few years later. Luckily, today, there are no tickets for sale. So check the timetable, and if you want to travel today, remember, do not pay the driver. Right, next train to depart is on platform 1.
who at the time was an engineer at Cleveland College. That was very sober. The meeting led to the construction of Stockton and Darlington Railway, which would ultimately change passenger railways forever. Excuse me, miss, please. Mr. George Stephenson is here.
Oh, very good to see you again, Mr. Stephenson.
Thank you for the invitation, Mr. Pease. I'll be of assistance.
As you know, our committee commissioned George Stephenson to research the feasibility of transporting coal by canal or by the railway system.
Indeed, Mr. Pease. I am aware of investigations. Do you have his recommendation?
Mr. Overton is very much in favour of a railway system.
I've heard he's a smart gentleman.
His proposal is a horse-drawn railway. He says it will be most efficient.
Well, Mr. Pease, I think he's overlooked the most important engineering advancement currently built in mankind. The power of steam. In my time working at college, steam-driven engineering has transformed the transportation of coal by railway, and in doing so, we've created a system 100 times more efficient than use of horsepower.
Oh, very interesting. And how convinced are you of steam power over horsepower, Mr. Stephenson?
In my mind, sir, there is no doubt, and I have had some success proving it. Indeed, in killing with coal, I put steam-powered locomotives capable of hauling 8 wagons loaded with 30 tons of coal at a speed of 4 miles per hour.
An impressive feat indeed.
And with engineering improvements, the speed and power of steam locomotives will simply increase, making them the most efficient way to transport any commodity, Mr. Pease.
The Stockton and Darlington
Afternoon
Railway
discreet from
Company
now
was
on.
formed to make a public railway from the collieries to supply the towns with coal and other merchandise. And our proposal is based on using horses. However, I fear we are not looking far enough into the future.
The future of the railway is steam power, Mr. Pease.
It's quite interesting how they've managed to get their white lips to move.
It is my belief the speed of steam-powered locomotives will capture the imagination of the people, ordinary people, and they will want to travel to towns and cities driven by locomotives delivering revolutionary speed and efficiency.
Ordinary people, Mr. Stephenson.
Passengers, Mr. Pease, if you could board a locomotive in Darlington and would take it to Manchester, Birmingham, or even London in a matter of hours, what would you say to that?
You were talking of a network of railways powered by steam capable of covering great distances.
Random speed, Mr. Pease. Faster than a simple horse, in fact faster than anything you can imagine.
This would be a great asset to industry, to the country. It would be a great asset to the people.
It would be a great asset to the Stockton and Darlington Railway, Mr. Pease.
Mr. Stephenson,
It's
I
called,
would welcome your
Hopetown
expertise
Darlington.
to create such a network.
It's in the UK, in England, northeast England.
Proven.
The Stockton and Darlington Railway was the first railway in the world.
Superior in every way and powered by steam. Will you accept a commission from the Stockton and Darlington Railway to propose such a scheme?
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Pease. And I believe it may very well change the future of transportation, not just here in Darlington, but throughout the modern world.
So the Stockton and Darlington Railway was the first railway in the world created by the guy on the right, George Stephenson.
On the evening of the 1891, a meeting between two great minds took place at Edward Pease's house, number 73 in Northgate, Darlington. It was between Edward Pease, a Darlington-born railway engineer, and George Stephenson, who at the time was an engineer at Cleveland College. Saturn is very sober. The meeting led to the construction of Stockton and Darlington.
That was the first ever train passenger car ever created, scale replica, obviously. coal shoveling. Yeah, George Stephenson created the first with his brother Robert Stephenson. Stockton and Darlington Railway was the first in the world. Started building on the 13th of May 1822 and then laid the first track 10 days later. Then took 3 years to build it. So you get coal from Witton Park Colliery at Shildon Colliery, through to the docks at Stockton-on-Tees via Darlington. The sea being in the top right-hand corner. These are the original tracks. I think engineering is fascinating in general, especially historic engineering. Stockton and Darlington Railway. $483 million passenger increase. It's quite impressive actually, isn't it? Passenger numbers increased by 483 million in 33 years. Foundry is obviously where they cast the wheels for trains. one's called the Derwent. The Derwent engine was built in 1845 for the Stockton and Darlington Railway Company and subsequently purchased by Messengers Peace for use on their private lines. It was presented to the North Eastern Railway Company by Messengers Peace and Partners in March 1898. Still use leaf springs to this day, and these were created in the 1800s. First class got comfy seats in upholstered material, and second class got wooden benches to sit on. Feel free to watch it when it gets uploaded afterwards. I guess this is a third class carriage, is literally the basic wooden benches. People sat back to back. It said to build it. It said they started in 1822 and it started running in 1825. So it only took 3 years to build the Stockton and Darlington Railway. But then obviously other railways and other line sections took longer. Even Castrol was a rail back then. Castrol lube equipment. If anyone's just joining the stream, I'm at a place called Hopetown in Darlington, in the northeast of England in the UK. It used to be called the Darlington Steam Railway Museum, and then it was called the Head of Steam, and now it's called Hopetown. It sits on the adjacent to the original Stockton and Darlington Railway route, and this is called North End Station. What it was back in the day. It's now part of a museum. Hey Louis, thanks for joining. Thanks, Louis. There's not many people in this live stream today. I thought there'd be more. Maybe I need to put the word railway in the title. It's a bit of a weird name for a museum that's about railways when it's not even got the word railway in it, because people don't really know what it's about. Which is why the museum themselves have got like no views on any of their YouTube videos. That way. It's like the portal between New York and Dublin. It's quite clever. The old ticket offices, station bench.
My family's worked on railways in Darlington for generations, and one by one we've all fallen in love with the sights, the sounds and the smells of working with steam locomotives. There really is nothing better.
I remember the first time I saw the city. We took the train from Darlington to Stockton, and it was just magical. It was like a whole new world opened up to me and my family. We have the railway to thank for so many happy memories.
Growing up in Darlington, I remember watching some of the new locomotives being built. So many people worked on the railways. It just brought everyone together. That's what I remember. The whole town coming together.
I'm very proud to be from Darlington.
This is where the modern railway as we know it started.
We owe so much to all those who worked so hard to build the Stockton and Darlington Railway.
They didn't know it at the time, but they changed the world.
For the better.
Hello, Atini Coolit. This is the old ticket office, how it would have been back in the day.
My family has worked on the railways in Darlington for generations, and one by one we've all fallen in love with the sights, the sounds and the smells of working with steam locomotives. There really is nothing better.
I remember the first time I saw the sea. We took the train from
We used to have currency here called pounds, shillings and pence, and the pence was a D and the shillings was an S. But I think that stopped in around the,
We have the railway to thank for so many.
I don't know, 50s or 60s. And
Growing up in Darlington,
now a train ticket costs about £200.
So many people worked on the railways. It just brought everyone together. That's what I remember.
Victorian toilets.
When I was on the road, one of my shows I shot, anyway, the last night was a week because of stuff in the steel shop.
That's this room done, or this part of the museum. carriage works is over there. We'll go over there next. There's also food stalls, cafes, children's play area, some more modern locomotives, like that one. This area is being, according to the website, it's being renovated to make it into a big picnic area. It was called Foundry Green. I don't know if there's any ghosts here, Louis, to be honest. It's probably not really that kind of place. I don't think, well, I mean, people probably died building the railways, but not to the extent of like a scary house. So this was the original North Road station building, which was on the original Stockton and Darlington Railway route, which is that line on the other side of this green fence. And modern trains are still using that line. But back then it would have been the steam locomotives. Now we're going to go over to the carriage works, which is this long building straight ahead of the camera. If anybody's watching that's not currently subscribed, feel free to do so. Hit the like button, join the channel for some perks. Share it. Thank you. So basically, it's free, completely free to get into this museum, but there's certain exhibits where they're actually charging people, which seems a bit bizarre. You might as well just pay an entry fee at the beginning, but they're getting people in on the basis that it's free. But this room that I've just paid £5 to get into in the carriage works is actually a dedicated Lego exhibition. So if there's any Lego fans, everything in here is supposedly built out of Lego, including this, I don't know, exploration ship. I don't know why there's a ship at a... I don't know why they've got a ship that's to supply and assist offshore oil rigs in a train museum. Seems like it's a bit lost here. So if there's any Lego fans. And we've got a steampunk submarine. Steampunk submarine built of Lego. I don't know what steampunk is. I'm too old for that, I think. So if anyone knows what steampunk is, leave a comment below. So somebody in 2018, Warren Elsmore, was approached to create a commissioned piece for the World Explorer Showcase, and his only brief was to create a steampunk submarine. Whilst the obvious choice was the Nautilus from the Jules Verne 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, he chose to create something slightly more fantastical to match the Fableland island it was to be docked at. The result was the steampunk submarine fish. Again, not sure why it's at a railway museum. Bit weird. A Lego map of the world. Some flashing lights here, so if anyone's susceptible to flashing lights, just be careful. A Lego lighthouse. 3,500 Lego blocks. The Viking ship is 20,000 Lego blocks. The steampunk submarine is 84,000 Lego blocks. Locomotion number 1, which was George Stephenson's first train. It's been built out of 30,000 Lego blocks. Well, there's probably about 15,000 just on the bit under the tracks, I reckon. Container port, 10,000 Lego blocks. There's a famous picture that's sold as a poster, which is like a load of workmen in New York that are sat on a steel girder being hung by a crane in New York, and I think they're trying to recreate this. Workers on a girder, 15,000 Lego blocks, but on the poster they don't have any kind of safety harnesses, and they're like on the 80th story of a building. I mean, you can make out people, but you'd probably need to be stood about a mile away for it to make any sense. Hey Sweet Chick and Balasang Tiaway. Sorry I didn't see you join the chat. There you go, Mr. Warren Elsmore, going to give you some free publicity. There's a bigger train. $80,000 Lego blocks to build this train. It's probably 15,000 under the tracks.
You want to?
I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to embarrass myself. $50,000 blocks for a hot air balloon festival. That's quite cool though, to be fair. If anyone knows any Lego fans, feel free to share this live with Lego people. Hey Palmer Meter. Hello Yellow Diamond.
Good lad. Thank you. Thank you. So nice models over here.
That one looks a bit scary. Imagine just being hung from something like that. I think this is meant to be a deflated balloon. Anybody in Japan watching the live stream, they've done a 12,000 Lego piece Shibuya Scramble Crossing model in Japan. I crossed this on the 8th of October 2023. I think I've actually got a short up on my channel, or maybe a video. If you have a look at the playlist for Japan or Asian travel, the real life one. There's not a lot of people on this crossing. When you actually cross it in Japan, there's probably about 20,000 people. A Lego bridge. They must have used glue to stick that together, because there's no way that those 4 strings would hold all that weight of Lego up. I think anyone can build out a Lego if they've got glue. San Francisco cable car Lego, 8,000 pieces. Famous steep hill, San Francisco. Terraced houses. I'm not going to film it, but at the far end there's a kids Lego play area in here as well. So there's loads of kids playing with Lego. A whole airport has been created, 120,000 Lego pieces, complete with planes, tugs, aeroplanes, helicopters, terminal. Air traffic control, 120,000 Lego pieces. Food service trucks, fuel tankers. Including STOL, the short takeoff and landing, where they take off in like less than 10 feet and land in 10 feet. So this one's for the AV geeks and aviation and the Lego fans. Space. Did you know that over 150 different Lego colours existed? So in order to make these things lifelike as possible, obviously people with yellow heads and red heads is not ideal. And these are all the different colours. So essentially there's something here for railway people, Lego fanatics, aviation geeks, ship building, engineering, history, education, Lego fans, Buzz Aldrin, space, NASA. Pillars of Creation, 25,500 Lego blocks. I don't know what that is, to be perfectly honest. It just looks like an art piece. I don't know where Saturn V has gone, but it's clearly not on its stand. Maybe it crashed. Or somebody broke it, or it's not been built yet. Lego pieces of the Rosetta satellite, Viking orbiter. Hubble telescope. And the James Webb Space Telescope, which is the European one. Mir. International Space Station, Lego. If anyone knows what Astro Kitty is. And the Lego movie franchise, 10,000 Lego pieces. Thank you. So this is the carriage works. That's not part of the Lego exhibition, by the look of it. Or maybe it is. I've still got Lego in it.
And they have a role, but
Model railway people. It's a Victorian computer. Not really. Looks like the archive system, all the history. Lots of Hornby train sets. There's a Shinkansen like we saw yesterday at York. Sorry, on Friday. All right. Back outside again at the Hopetown Railway Museum in Darlington. It's the original North Road station that was part of the 1825 Stockton and Darlington Railway route. So they won't let you take off and land on with a drone in here, but I'm going to do it from the car park anyway, and I might try and get a top-down shot of that big iron plate. So this long building, if anyone's just joining the stream, is the old original North End Station building on the original line of the Stockton and Darlington Railway from 1825. And the building has been restored to create a museum piece for the new, and it only opened 2 or 3 days ago, or relaunched 2 or 3 days ago, Hopetown Darlington, which used to be called the Darlington Railway Museum, and then it was the Head of Steam, and now it is Hopetown Darlington. I'm not sure why they keep changing the name, but obviously taking the word railway out of its name is a bit of a bizarre thing to do. It's a bit odd that there's a Lego display here which only got a few trains and then a lot of other random stuff that's nothing to do with railways. It's free to get in here. Doesn't cost anything to get in. You can make a donation if you wish. It is advised to pre-book tickets though, even though they're free. The car park is, you can park all day for £4. I think an hour was £1, 2 hours £2, 3 hours £3, or all day £4. And then you have to walk up a ramp, across the road. And there's a ramp or some steps, so it does have accessibility if you're in a wheelchair, or you need to be relatively energetic to climb the steps. There's toilets here. Looks like food and ice creams, coffee. And there's the original clock tower building. The clock tower building is the entry point where you come in. Because I think all this space around trees where it's just bare soil, I think it's been seeded with grass, but it hasn't grown yet. So, as it only relaunched a couple of days ago, they clearly weren't ready on the landscaping front to be relaunching. There's a kids' play area over there, but I'm not going to film that. Again, all this has probably been seeded for grass, but hasn't grown yet. I'm at Hopetown in Darlington on the original 1825 line for the Stockton and Darlington Railway route by George Stephenson, locomotive engineer. I think they are adding more and more features to the site because some of it's not open at the moment. This main North End Road Museum is open. The carriage works is open, but it seems to be mainly their archive stuff on the building on the right there. And then on the left, it's a Lego exhibition by some guy called Warren Elsmore. And you have to pay extra to get in there. So the museum is actually free entry. You can give a donation if you wish. But if you want to go into the Lego bit, so I did for the purpose of making this video, you have to pay £5, which is, if there's any Filipino people watching, 350 pesos, something like that, just to go in and have a look at things. It's been nicely restored, this building, on the inside and the outside. And on the inside there's a few trains to look at and interactive points for kids and adults. I believe the building is grade 2 listed as well. It's had a listing put on it, which means it's a heritage asset. Well, apart from that building and the carriage works, there's not really a lot to see here as an adult, apart from walking around. There's quite a bit for kids to do, a couple of different play areas. Anyone's got any questions? If not, hit the like button, subscribe, share the live, or share the video when it gets uploaded. As I said, the parking is relatively close by, but not on site, and you can't get through this point here. You have to park in the Skern Road car park. The UK postcode for that is DL1, that's Delta Lima 1, 1 LG, 1 Lima Golf. Delta Lima 1, 1 Lima Golf is the postcode for the parking, and it's £4 to park all day, or £1 an hour, or £4 all day. And then you walk up the ramp, it's well signposted, and then you can cross the road and you'll see this building, but from the other side. And it's got some steps in front of it, or a ramp, and you can go up there and you come through and just scan your pre-booked tickets. Even though it's free, they recommend to keep track of visitor numbers that you pre-book your time slot. Although I booked mine for 10:30 this morning and I didn't get here till maybe 12 o'clock, and they still let me in, so it wasn't very busy here today, I don't think. It's not too far to get here from the A1 motorway in the UK, maybe 25 minutes. It's about 25 minutes from Durham, maybe an hour from Leeds, hour and a bit from Wakefield, maybe an hour from York. But that's about it now. I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee and end this live stream. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one. Subscribe.